Hello everyone. Oh. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting day. You've already seen from the title and the thumbnail, but I'm reading Verity. If you don't know, Colleen Hoover is my favorite author. I've been reading and recommending her books for a while now, but I somehow still have not read this one. I've been putting it off and putting it off because it's not a genre I typically enjoy. It's a thriller. I think it's considered a thriller, but usually I hate on thrillers and like horror and stuff because I feel like it has no plot because the point of it's just to be scary. But I think this one really does have a strong plot and I trust Colleen Hoover with my life, so I have no doubt that I'm gonna love it. This is going to be, should I do spoilers or spoiler free? I'm gonna do this as a spoiler free reading vlog with a spoiler section at the end where I will literally put all my live like raw reactions and explain what's going on in the spoiler section. This is what I did for my 7 Husbands Evelyn Hugo vlog and it worked out. So without further ado, let's get into it. I see a lot of people talk about this book and say like it's fucking crazy and there's like theories and all this stuff, so I'm excited to be a part of it. Really quick before we get into today's video, I want to talk about the sponsor, which is Book of the Month. If you didn't know, Book of the Month is a super popular and fast-growing book service for readers, and their mission is to promote new and emerging authors and help readers discover books they love. Basically, their team vets hundreds of books every single month and comes up with a curated list for you to choose from of new and early release titles, so you can spend more time reading and less time researching. And Book of the Month is risk-free, so you can cancel anytime and you won't be charged. Plus, they have the best price for new release hardcover fiction. Like, you can get your first book for only $9.99 using my code. And now I'm going to show you the books that I got this month. First book I got is The Maid by Nita Prose. Then I got The Magnolia Palace by Fiona Davis. I just saw a TikTok about this. Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. Ooh, the romance book. This is Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. And last but not least, Fiona and Jane by Jean Chen Ho. But yeah, those are all the books I got this month. Thank you so much, Book of the Month, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get right back into it. Why is the first line, I hear the crack of his skull before the splattering of blood reaches me. I just read the rest of the paragraph. I closed my eyes before his head went under the tire, but I heard it pop like the cork of a champagne bottle. Ew. Oh god. I have no idea what this book is about, by the way, but that really just caught me off guard. I'm used to like Colleen Hoover romance. Not someone's head exploding on the first page. See, I want to trust this guy. What's his name? Jeremy. I want to trust him because like he's being really nice right now, like helping her after everything that just happened in this short one chapter. But I don't trust anyone in this book because I just feel like there's going to be a lot of plot twists. I'm assuming that the romance is going to be between these two because I think there's a romance. There is a romance, right? I think there's a romance, but it's like not the main thing. I don't know. It just said he took a pause after she introduced herself. Like she said her name and he took a pause. And I'm like, what is there to think about? All she said was her name. Like, do you know her? Like, damn, these two have really depressing lives. Like, we're in chapter 1. They just witnessed something very tragic, and then now they're talking about like the last like month of their life, and both of them have really depressing stories. Like, are they okay? I just found out that Lowen is an author, so I love her. She says that she's a loner, very few friends, and not much of a social life, which is why this is the first morning I've left my apartment in weeks. And of course, the one time she leaves her apartment, that happens. Can I trust her? Usually, whoever's perspective it is, you can trust, right? I don't know. Okay, turns out he made the weird look after she introduced herself because she's actually the author that he has a meeting with. I don't know why they have a meeting with each other. Before, when I thought he couldn't be trusted, it was actually just because he recognized her name. And he's married, and his wife is a writer. I'm assuming they're like gonna hire her or something. I don't know. Why do they have a meeting? I don't know. Medical reasons. His wife can't finish the book. Already suspicious. She was in a car accident. Okay. Honestly, she could have been in a car accident. I have no idea. I just don't trust anyone, obviously. Chapter 3 starts with, I had a boyfriend in my early 20s who liked being choked. It's why we broke up, because I refused to choke him. What? Not me having the same mindset as Corey, which I don't really like him, but he just is like, oh, I don't know if I'm comfortable with you staying at Jeremy's house after everything we just learned about him, which is what I just said. Okay, I ended up falling asleep last night. I got to chapter 4 and then she was like pulling up to the house and I was like, okay, I'm way too tired to keep vlogging, so I'm gonna stop reading. I'm about to continue reading. Just got my Starbucks. Also, I posted a TikTok and told everyone I started reading this and everyone's like, oh my god, it's so good, but so scary and creepy and weird and there's a plot twist. This is why my guard is up. I don't trust anyone in this book. Ew, she drives a Kia Soul. Wait, no offense if you drive a Kia Soul. I just hate those box cars. Personal preference. She just pulled up to the property and it's already creepy. Why is there a child in the driveway that just like snuck up on her? Okay, she's in the house. Why the fuck are there bite marks on the headboard of the bed? That's fucking weird. Also, no offense to like the kid. I didn't know that they had another kid, but apparently they do. But he's also creepy. Everyone is weird in this book. The bedroom door doesn't have a lock on it. Does not sit right with me. They're in there like checking on Verity, like he's introducing or he's showing Lowen Verity, and Verity's like literally like laying in bed and she has no idea what's going on. She's like brain dead. I don't know what she is. They haven't explained, but I need to stop assuming the worst in every single character, but I can't help it because everyone's like the plot twist, like this book is crazy. So now I'm just like speculating, like I don't trust anything and I'm trying to predict it. I'm gonna be real with you. If I was Verity, I would be so mad and violated. It's such an invasion of privacy to have someone come in and go through all of her most personal things, like every thought in her head that she's written down, and this stranger is going in and like going through all of that. I'd rather my books not get finished being published. She's gonna find some fucked up shit. I know she's gonna find some weird shit. I knew it. She just found like her personal stuff, like that she's written about her own life. I feel like now Lowen is gonna go through these personal notes that she found and it's gonna be like about Verity's life. Oh god, she's gonna find out things she probably shouldn't. Just switched formats, so now I'm reading her autobiography called Soviet. Is it gonna switch? Is it gonna be like that? It's gonna go back and forth now? Oh my god, I'm very curious. It says, an autobiography encouraging the reader to like the author is not a true autobiography. No one is likable from the inside out. One should only walk away from an autobiography with, at best, an uncomfortable distaste for its author. I will deliver. What you read will taste so bad at times you'll want to spit it out, but you'll swallow these words and they will become part of you, and you will hurt because of them. Yet even with my generous warning, you're going to continue to ingest my words, because here you are, human, curious. Carry on. And that says chapter 1. What? What is going on? Oh, what the hell? It says, I haven't met a tragic end yet, or I wouldn't be able to recount what led to it. Nevertheless, it's coming. I can sense it. Just as I sensed Chasten's death, and just as I embraced her fate, I will embrace my own. The way that I have no idea what this book is about, or like what the plot is, and like I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I just simply don't know anything, to the point where I just like read every sentence and overanalyze it. The office is soundproof. See, like all these little things are just like creeping me out. And then she heard something creaking upstairs. Okay, like I know this book has romance in it just because like people have told me that to convince me to read it. So I know that there's gonna be a romance between like obviously the main girl and the guy, but like he's married to this woman and they're in her house. Like are they just gonna start like hooking up and Verity's just gonna be like on bed rest in another room? Like that's really fucked up. Okay, so Jeremy just like told Lowen how he met Verity and it matched up with the autobiography. So does that mean that this autobiography is actually gonna be real? Like she's about to find out all the tea on this family. I'm scared. Am I supposed to ship them? Like I don't really know. Like it doesn't feel right, but like I do, just because it's the romance reader in me wanting there to be a romance. I feel bad for him. He deserves to be happy, unless he's sus. I don't know. His life low-key sucks. Sorry. So maybe they'll make each other happy. He literally gave her a nickname and I'm like predicting their future. Just found out why there's bite marks in the headboard. Uh-oh. There is no light where we're going. This is your final warning. Darkness ahead. Oh, is this where it's really gonna start? I'm on chapter 6. Stop. I literally am scared of Verity. Why is she fucking scary? I'm scared. I want to stop reading. I'm about to cry. Like she just did the creepiest thing. Like I don't know if it was intentional, but like she's so creepy. If I was Lowen, I would literally get the fuck out of this house. Oh no, oh no. She's gonna stay there for weeks. We're only on day 2 and I'm already scared and she's gonna be there for weeks. I'm literally crying. I'm literally crying because I'm scared. I think I need to stop reading for tonight because I'm alone in my apartment and I'm fucking terrified. I don't fuck with like creepy shit. Like I can watch like scary movies with, like ghosts and paranormal shit, but when it's like real people doing weird shit like this, no, feels too realistic. I don't like it. I'm scared. I already checked my locks on all my doors in my apartment because I'm scared. Why is this terrifying? How come children in like horror and thriller are always so fucking scary? Like it's always the kid that's doing some weird shit that scares me. And Verity, I do not trust this woman. I want to keep reading, but I don't know. No, Lowen is literally being the classic girl from like a horror movie that's like, oh, let me go investigate by myself. No, she's going in the house. Like, no. I don't know what to include in the non-spoiler part because like I don't know how much I can say, like, besides I'm scared because like weird shit keeps happening. I'm gonna talk about the weird shit in the spoiler part. Lowen just went in the room and she's like, oh, it's just the fan, like, and then she goes, wait a second, April said she turned on the TV right as she left and the TV's off. I knew it. Like, what the fuck? I'm terrified of her. Reading the part about Verity being pregnant already doesn't sit right with me. Like, she gives me bad vibes, even in her past. The way she's talking about it, this bitch is literally sick in the head. What the fuck? Psycho jealous over the children that she is having. If I was Lowen and I was reading this, I'd be like, oh, yep. I dropped the last page of the chapter. She's crying. I would cry too if I read that shit. Like, what? So fucked up. So now there's a lock on the door, but no one mentioned putting a lock on the door, so I don't know where it came from. Lowen's a sleepwalker, apparently. She's telling a story about how she got the scar, and she woke up with a broken wrist and covered in blood. Why do they both have such fucked up pasts and, like, creepy, unexplained stories? Like, also thinking back to how this book started, like the first chapter when they witnessed what they witnessed, like what was that? Like, is that gonna be connected? Like, that was such a random introduction and like a weird meeting. I keep saying that I'm gonna stop after each chapter. Should I stop now? I'm gonna read one more chapter. I'm on chapter 8. I should have stopped reading. I should have stopped reading and then I read another chapter. I don't even know what chapter I'm on now. 9? I don't even know. It's so creepy. There's a scream from upstairs. You already know something bad's happening. Lowen's ass runs upstairs, blood everywhere. I'm not gonna tell you why or what happened, but what the fuck? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm so scared right now. I don't want to sleep here by myself. I'm so scared. Lowen just went back in the room and all the evidence is gone. Okay, I know I said I was gonna stop reading chapters ago, but I literally can't stop. And now I'm at another autobiography chapter when she just had the babies. I know I've said it before, but she is seriously fucked in the head. Okay, but like Lowen needs to tell Jeremy about this. I hate that trope so much when the character's like, oh, I shouldn't tell them about all this stuff. Yes, you should. Yes, you fucking should. Are you insane? I was gonna stop reading, but I can't. I started another chapter. I'm on chapter 10. What the fuck is going on? Like, I need to know more. I finished reading for the night. I'm halfway. I'm just tired and scared. So, I'm gonna read during the day. I feel like it's about to get more sick and twisted as it unfolds now that I'm like halfway and like really into the bulk of the plot, but it's really a page turner. I can't put it down, but I have to. Every time I read a manuscript chapter, I'm just like blown away. Oh my god, she's literally like a psychopath, like pathological liar. Like, she's crazy. She'll do anything, like keep Jeremy's attention. I'm getting creeped out. Lowen's watching TV and nothing's happened. Like, the chapter literally just started, but she keeps like glancing at the stairs and I just know some weird shit's about to happen. It's just bad vibes, very bad vibes. I knew it was gonna get scary. I'm literally crying again. This bitch is gonna blame Harper for what happened to Chad. She is seriously deranged. Like, I've been saying this the whole time, but she is so seriously fucked up in the head. I feel like a mastermind because I low-key predicted what this scene with the lock. If this bitch Verity did what I think she did, This is dark and twisted. This is so like disturbing to read because it's like children. Like I knew that. Like I totally knew that was gonna happen. But like I wanted to believe it wasn't. This is so fucked. If Lowen doesn't give this manuscript to Jeremy to read, I will be so mad. I'm sorry, I know it's not Crew's fault, but that kid creeps me out. He creeps me out. He's having like crackers and peanut butter right now with Lowen, and he always says some creepy shit. And I know it's not his fault, but oh hell no. Is he gonna leave her? I'm crying. Is he gonna leave her in that house? No, 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 no. I'm sorry, but if I was Lowen and he's like, yeah, you need to stay in the house and watch Verity, I'd be like, okay. As soon as he leaves, a bitch, I am bolting off that property and driving away and never coming back. I'm sorry. I'm terrified right now. I'm so scared. My heart is literally racing. She's like in the basement right now looking for the baby monitor, and I just feel the bad vibes. You're telling me this bitch is crawling? I'm so scared. I can't even say much more. And I'm gonna go to the spoiler section. Yes! I wonder how he's gonna react. Oh my god. He just went in her room, in Verity's room. This took a turn. I did not expect this to happen after. I don't know what to think. I just got to the 7 months later part. Why does it look like history is repeating itself? It's the next morning. I ended up stopping last night because I knew I was getting to like the plot twist and like the very end, so I stopped. And I'm finishing right now because I literally have 2 chapters left. I started the chapter of the note. I predicted this. I predicted this in the spoiler section, but I don't know. I need to keep reading to see what I believe. I don't know if I believe her. I don't trust this woman. I'm so confused. I'm so confused at this letter. Did he already know? What the fuck? The only question that remains is, which truth was she manipulating? I have to figure this out for myself. I just finished. But what do you mean? It's like an open-ended question. To wrap up the spoiler-free section, which I'm gonna do right now, I just want to say this book was really, really good and like very interesting, kept me on my toes. It's a genre I don't normally love, but there was never a second where I wanted to put it down. I love the way Colleen Hoover writes, where it switches like from this one's not technically past and present, but it was more manuscript to first person perspective. Whenever there's like something switching back and forth, it's like impossible to get bored because like you finish one chapter and then you have like to go to this other kind of plot and then you go back to the other plot and then it's back and forth, and I love that. I'm going to talk about what I believe in the spoiler section because the ending's kind of like open-ended, but I really did like it. I was very scared while reading this quite a few times, but I do recommend it. If you like Colleen Hoover's writing style, you'll definitely like this book as well. I mean, I'm going to think about this for a while because of the way like it all ended. So yeah, if you haven't read this book yet, then stop watching this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Now I'm going to roll the spoiler clips. So this is your last warning. If you have not read it, do not keep watching. It's your final warning. I found out his one daughter died. He said she like drowned. And then I just found out he had another daughter that they were twins, and they both died in the same year. Okay, so she's in the office going through her stuff right now. She just found like the autobiography, and it says like, I sometimes think back on the night I met Jeremy and wonder, had we not made eye contact, would my life still end up the same? So I bet she's gonna find some crazy shit in this autobiography as she's at their house. What the fuck? Lowen is just like in the office like reading through Verity's stuff, and she looks up and Verity is staring at her from outside the window. Why is that so fucking terrifying to me? If I looked up and saw her just staring at, I would literally shit my pants. Like that. Verity is scary to me because like you don't know what she's thinking, or you don't know like what she's capable of. Like she seems like very harmless right now. What if she's faking it and then she just like murks this bitch for going through her stuff? As I lift my head again, she's staring straight at me. I jump up and the desk chair moves backwards across the wood. Verity is looking right at me through the window, her head turned toward me, her eyes locked on mine. I was just crying, but I stopped. This is so scary. This is probably gonna be like the last chapter I read tonight because I'm actually really scared right now. We're sitting on the porch watching Jeremy and Crew, whatever they're doing down by the water. And then it says, Crew is staring at me, standing near the pile of discarded fishing dock. He smiles and waves. I lift my hand to wave back, but curl my fingers into a soft fist when I realize Crew isn't waving at me. He's looking above me to the right. He's looking up at Verity's bedroom. I spin around and look up just as her bedroom curtain falls shut. I'm so scared of Verity. She's faking and her weird kid is in on it. Lowen just went in the room and she's like, oh, it's just the fan. Like, she wasn't in the window. And then she goes, wait a second. Verity turned off the TV and this bitch is faking. The way that Verity is talking about like herself being pregnant right now, she's like basically jealous that Jeremy is excited that they're having babies. Girl, you're competing with the babies that are in your damn stomach. Like, maybe worry about birthing them first. Oh god, did she hate them? Please don't tell me she did some dumb shit to those children. Oh god. There's a scream upstairs, right? It's Crew. Lowen runs upstairs. He's bleeding because he cut himself with a knife in Verity's room and then said, Mommy said I'm not supposed to touch her knife. She only talks to her 5-year-old. Crew's bleeding because he like cut himself or something happened with the knife. He was holding the knife, left it on the floor of the room, went into the bathroom to clean the cut. Jeremy comes upstairs and is like, go check the room while I take care of Crew. Lowen goes back in the room. The knife is gone. All the evidence of the knife is vanished. And when she looks back up at the bed, Verity's awake, her head is turned, and she's staring right at her. My heart was literally racing as I read that. That's so fucking scary. I stopped reading right after that line. Like, I don't even want to know what happens next. Like, I'm fucking scared. If I was Lowen, I would be getting the fuck out of that house right now. She's obviously faking, right? Like, what? I'm at the chapter where she just gave birth, and she is literally heartless. Like, she's like, give me the scarred one about the baby that she literally stabbed with the hanger. As she's holding it, she's like, I don't feel a single emotion towards this thing. I wish the hanger would have worked instead of just giving this scar. All because she's jealous that her husband loves their children. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Jeremy and Lowen start hooking up on the couch and Verity's just staring from the top of the stairs. I knew she was faking. Jeremy is a dumbass, no offense, but if he hasn't figured out her true personality after all these years and he never sees her when she does this weird shit. I assumed that Verity had something to do with what happened to Harper, but I didn't think she was, I don't know, like I wanted to believe that she wasn't gonna do that. I like feel sick to my stomach. Like, this is sick and twisted to read about little kids. She's not gonna tell him about the manuscript. She just read about Verity saying that she murdered her daughter. She's not gonna tell him? Is she fucking stupid? Why is Verity on her hands and knees in the bedroom? I'm picturing her looking at the baby monitor, Lowen, and seeing Verity like crawling on all fours, and then she screams, Jeremy! And Verity's head turns to the camera. That's so fucking terrifying. And then she scurried on all fours back into the bed. I just got to the part where like Lowen found that Verity used to hide stuff like in the floor. She found a letter addressed to Jeremy. I don't know what the letter is gonna say, but I feel like it can't be good. Like, what if she's like, oh, that was just like an idea for a book, a manuscript. Like, it's not actually a biography, and then they just killed her for no reason. I did not expect them to kill her, by the way. Like, I did not see that coming. What the fuck is antagonistic journaling? I predicted that shit. I don't know though. It was a little too much. There's a little too much damning evidence against her for it to be all fake, right? I don't think I believe Verity, like, in this letter. I just don't think that that's what she was doing. Like, I think she's trying to cover her ass. Like, it was way too graphic and detailed, and then, like, there was events in real life that, like, followed her actions. I feel really stupid right now. Like, I'm really confused if it's just the way this is worded or if I'm actually dumb. I'm confused with the timeline now, because she's talking about how he strangled her and choked her when he found out and read the manuscript. He crashed the car into the tree, and that's when she started pretending she was in a coma. But that's when Lowen came in and Jeremy didn't know, or he did know. I'm so confused. So then he pretended not to know while Lowen was there and then strangled her again when he found out again. I'm confused. The timeline isn't adding up. Why would that happen twice though? Okay, Jeremy did know. You're telling me this whole time Jeremy knew. See, it doesn't make sense because like he acted so surprised, whatever. Like, okay, I finished. The way it ended, like an open-ended question, like, was it a manuscript? Was it antagonistic journaling? I don't know. I think that Verity did it just because I spent so long in the book thinking she did it that I feel like it was a manuscript and it was too detailed. I feel like a lot of the things that happened that she wrote about were things that Jeremy was a part of in real life. Like, he witnessed that she preferred Chasten, or like Crew even said, like, she told me to hold my breath. There's not enough time to hold your breath when the time you're tipping and be like, hold your breath, and then for him to do it. Like, there's not enough time by the time you're tipping. Then the fact that she faked all of her injuries, like, so she's not trustworthy. But then now it makes me not trust Jeremy, because he read the manuscript and then still let Lowen come stay in the house and made Lowen feel like she was crazy every time Verity was doing some weird shit. Like, I need an explanation as to why Jeremy let this happen. Did he feel guilty? Also, I don't know how I feel about Lowen ripping up the letter and throwing it away. I feel like she should have given it to Jeremy and they would have figured it out together. Like, he would have been able to explain, oh, there's no way that this is true, or oh my god, this totally makes sense, you know? Because he was a first-hand experience with Verity at that time. I wish she gave him the letter, because there's nothing they could do at that point. Like, they already had killed her, so it's like they might as well figure it out together. It's not like he's gonna like go and find her again. Like, she's gone. I don't know. What do you guys think? Please comment if you think it was a manuscript or if you think it was antagonistic journaling, but put a spoiler warning before your comment, just so like no one else sees it. What do you guys think? What is the popular opinion with this book? Am I in the popular opinion or no? Do people believe Verity? I don't know. I haven't seen anyone talk about this book at all because I've avoided all spoilers. I feel like I predicted a lot of it though, so I wasn't as shocked as I wanted to be. I think I'm more annoyed with the fact that like Jeremy knew that whole time. Like, what do you mean he's the one that drove her into the tree? But yeah, that's gonna be the end of today's reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment other books you'd like to see me do reading vlogs for. I know there's a bunch that you guys want me to do, so comment them down below, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Bye!